Yeah, you see what I'm doing. In a club with some wines and I'm piped up. Shawty got me out too high. I be stepping on the beach in some white ones.
Alright boys, welcome back to another night in the life sort of vlog. So in this episode, we're just going to be fucking around, boys, but we got dinner planned with All Day and a few other things. But let me show you boys something real quick right here. We had one of our members just cash out $500 in the span of 10 minutes just off catching one of the promotions in the group. Now look at this. Pretty fucking insane shit, I know. And also the group's obviously been doing really well as Inner Circle group. But as you guys can see right there, people cashing out as normal, so group's looking good. But yeah, tonight we're going to go with All Day, my business partner, and then you, one of the NBA partners in my group. Take out the McLaren, take out the M4, because why the fuck not? And yeah, let's get to it. Currently Saturday night. Yesterday was Good Friday for Easter, and this is the view of the apartment, boys. So yeah, beautiful little view. Fucking fuel prices are through the roof right now. I don't know if you boys can see that, but it's like 244 for 91. Oh no, 98. So yeah, it's close to like 250. So it's pretty cooked, boys. But yeah, boys, this is the view as well. Kind of like sunset, beautiful pool view. I'm gonna miss this apartment view, but hey man, who cares? Let's go out. Let's go fucking see what a night in the life of a sports bettor looks like when you're successful, boys. Yo, how's it going? So out of the vlog, bro.
What's up? It's good vlog.
It's good. That's the NBA punter right there, and the AFL actually now, eh?
AFL.
How you been doing on the AFL?
Pretty good. I think back to back.
So my tire pressure's at like fucking 15. Do you show them, bro? This is like fuck. We just tried to get out of my like down the stairs of my car, and I swear I just hit something.
Yeah, bro. That was pretty bad.
I get so scared because like every time we get like one sort of little hit on this car, little speck, it can be like, especially the carbon fiber, like you need to replace the whole thing. And I already hit the carbon fiber lid once, and I had to pay like an extra $3,000 to replace it. So it's just
3K.
Yeah, bro. Just for like a little chip, because you can't like just replace the part or anything. You have to actually replace
the
everything.
whole thing. What do you think about the
People in Perth?
Yeah, the people in Perth and how like affects making money, making content.
I think low-key, like obviously Perth is not the Miami of like Australia.
For sure.
I don't know, because you're going on a trip to Gold Coast, aren't you?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I feel like everyone that's like-minded and that is an entrepreneur, and most people like that, they all go and move over to the eastern states, Gold Coast, Sydney. So we are kind of like in the fucking narrow end.
Yeah, for
like
sure.
I don't really know much other creators that have a personal brand that post like entrepreneur e-com type content like I do in Perth, but that's just because nobody stays here.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people call me really stupid for staying here. So yeah, I feel like, I don't know, like guys, comment below if you think the move to Gold Coast would be worth it. But I've been asking my followers for a while, but the biggest two reasons because I got family here, and also because what the fuck am I supposed to do if I move to Gold Coast and then like shit goes wrong?
Yeah.
Like I'm kind of scared, but I know it wouldn't go wrong. It's more of a thing of like I need to make the jump. So
yeah, for sure. Again, that business lifestyle is about making that first step.
Yeah.
Not really waiting. And
Why do you think that is? Why do you think people don't stay here that like own businesses and stuff that are like the entrepreneurs like the e-com?
The possibilities.
Like Gold Coast?
Yeah, like, because the biggest way to grow is being around people that'll force you to grow. Over here, I feel like that tall poppy syndrome hit crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's actually worse than Perth.
Yeah, it's like really bad.
Yeah, and it's just such a small city as well, like in my opinion. Like it looks good, but
It's a good city, like it's a good place to live, but
I think maybe in the future you could see Seb in Gold Coast, probably maybe sometime near the future. But for now, I'm just gonna stay in Perth and keep scaling my business. I think Perth is really peaceful. That's the only advantage that Perth has. It's really peaceful. And I know people that have moved to Gold Coast and have gotten lost in the sauce, lost in the lifestyle very quickly.
for sure.
Why do you think most people think like sports betting is like a fucking scam just because of the niche?
It's because of the way it's like portrayed as. Like even the government wants to ban all like advertisements of gambling, this and that. And then when people hear that you can actually become profitable off it, they just think straight away it's a scam. Like they're just capping, straight up cap.
Yeah.
But once you actually learn the skill and learn what you're meant to do, it becomes a lot more easier. And also like gaining that knowledge of learning how to make money through the space, it can never hurt. You know what I mean? So that's why I believe, like even from my perspective, or me, like even when I was growing up, I like told myself I'll never gamble, I'll never do this.
Yeah, same.
I'll never do any of that, yada yada. And then I learned this skill, and I'm like,
match betting.
Yeah, I learned this cool match betting. Then it's like, oh, this isn't really gambling. This is all mathematical. Why not abuse this? You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's why. Yeah.
So for those who think that this is gambling, for those who think, oh, this is wrong, or this is unprofitable, or this is a scam.
Or if you're even like, I'm myself a Christian, and I know that obviously being Christian, you're not allowed to gamble. But that's why I like match betting, because it is literally not gambling.
I view it like you can view it the same as trading, doing real estate, because every single step that you take, like if you're gonna buy a house, you have no clue whether it's gonna go up or down.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta follow the skill metric.
Well, with a house, you know it's gonna go up because it's fucking Australia.
Of course it's Australia.
But he means like
same thing with trading. Like you can buy stock or this and that.
Yeah.
You have no clue whether it's gonna go up or down. It's the same case here. If you don't have an advantage, if you don't have an edge over
the
bookies or the broker, this or that, you're not going to profit.
I think also what like you was trying to say as well was that like, because we've had proven records, like I think we've outlaid 13,000 units, so we've sent out well over like fucking 13,000 bets in our group in the lifetime of it, and it literally has all resulted in profit. So on average we get 20% profit every single bet that we place over those 13,000 bets that we place. So that's why we say, and we can confidently say, like, match betting isn't a fucking gamble. It's using the sports bookies promotions to actually make money, compared to as like, you know, someone like hops on Sportsbet, guesses a bet, and then just loses. Obviously they're gonna lose. So that's why we treat it differently. But yeah, for the people thinking that what we do is gambling, it's completely not. It's actually the complete opposite. And yeah. Like boys, this is the famous cactus right here. If you're from Perth, everybody knows about the cactus, bro. You know about the cactus, eh? That's the famous cactus right there, boys, and everybody knows about it. But I kind of fucked that recording, boys, because this camera is shit. But yeah, that's the famous cactus. I mean, there's not really much like, bro, in Perth, what do you low-key be doing? Like, I don't really be doing much, eh? Unless it's an event or something, I low-key be staying at home. Like, there's just not that much to do here. But it's really good for locking in, as I said before.
Yeah, for sure.
So yeah, what do you think the number one thing is, like, that you have to have to make it, like, in life? Like, do you think you're gonna make it in life?
100%.
Why do you think?
First of all, that self-belief in myself and knowing that I'm gonna, put in the work, put in the dedication to make sure that I can actually genuinely make it in this life. And then second of all, also knowing that I have a blueprint in my head on what I need to do to accelerate and do better in life.
Yeah.
Step by step.
I think for me, it's like, I know that whatever happens, like, I could go broke, I could lose them I could lose the McLaren, I could lose all my money today. But no matter what happens, I'm never gonna give up.
Yeah.
And like, you can't beat someone who doesn't give up, bro. Like, you know, like, it's just, even like, let's just put in like a fight perspective, bro. If you knock someone out today, they come to your doorstep tomorrow asking for a fade, and then you knock them out again, and they ask for a fade again, and they're like Aaron the Plumber sort of vibes. Yeah. Like, they're just gonna keep asking you for a fade over and over again. You're eventually gonna catch that fade. Yeah. You know, like, kind of a bad analogy, but
just showing up over and over.
Yeah. A lot of people don't understand this, but like, humans are creatures that can adapt. We we were born from fucking like nothing, and we've made buildings like that.
Like this, bro.
How does that make sense? How does it even make sense right now that I'm in this car?
Yeah.
Like, bro, how does it make sense that we are in a car with fucking starlights right now? It's because humans have adapted over time, and any skill that we choose to do, we can adapt and get better at every single day. So it's just the people that want to stay consistent at that skill,
exactly,
become better and better at it every day. Nobody's perfect, you know. Nobody starts off fucking, you know, being a genius. It's just, you have to get better at it over time.
You just need to show up. That's the most important thing. Showing up every single day, putting in that work in whatever you do.
And people always say, like, Seb, how did you get an M4? Well, it didn't start with me asking myself how to get an M4. It started with me saying, how can I become better at this? And then I did that every day for a year or 2 years. And eventually that gave me the ability to make money off of that. And then I got the ability to buy a car like this. It's opportunity, you know?
Yeah. That's a big one, is not wasting time.
Oh, yeah, for sure, bro. How much, bro, the average person must waste so much time.
100%. Because deep it. People who graduate, let's say people graduate high school, they're now 18. Where their focus shift, they want to enjoy their 20s. They want to enjoy their teen lives. There's nothing wrong with that, but you need to make sure that that's not the only thing you're doing. You need to make sure that you put in the work during that time. For example, like I'm only 18, and I know for sure that by the time I finish the next 3 years of my life, I know I'll be in a position where I can tell myself now that, I'm comfortable, yet I want to still improve more. I'll have my first supercar, my first sports car, this and that. A lot can happen in 3 years, a lot can happen in 2. Just gotta show up consistently and do not waste your time.
Bro, that's literally all it is.
Yeah.
Alright, boys, we're gonna fill up. This is gonna be fucked, but obviously the war's going on right now in America. We don't want to get, bombed or anything like that. So at least we're safe. But
So our boy wants to do something dumb.
yeah, but the fuel prices are cooked. So let's go see the fuel prices. Check the fuel prices, bro. What do you reckon?
23 liters for $60. 25 for 60.
Yeah, 243, which is not that bad.
liter. It's not that bad. Was it empty?
Nah. We're literally vlogging right now.
You want to say hi to
Hi,
say hi to the vlog?
Let's go. Nice to meet you. What's your name?
Atul.
Adil, nice to meet you, bro. Thank you. I appreciate the follow, man. What do you do?
I'm a carpenter.
Oh, carpenter.
Carpenter. That's far.
Do
That's
you
far.
ever like start social media or anything like that? Okay. Yes,
Will you give me your number?
What's your Instagram? I got you for you.
This guy's putting him on the method, bro. Putting him on the sports betting method, man. He knows.
Last time you put me on Celsius, but you know what I've been hearing about recently?
Yeah, the
Oxy shred. I think this is the go-to. I don't know, bro. Bahama Breeze. I don't know what to get, bro. What even is Bahama Breeze? Fuck it, I'll try this one, bro. What did you get?
Put the Coca-Cola one.
Alright, boys, I'm just filming a little quick TikTok because we gotta do this. I honestly don't like posting short form content.
It's behind the scenes of
I
the
feel like YouTube is the best thing, but
Yeah. Anyway, boys, we're gonna go fill up this tire, and then we're gonna go get some eats.
Alright, boys, got it at 32 psi. That's what we need to do for a standard BMW M4 wheel. Oh my days, what the fuck? Hey, why are you turning on the car, cuh? Oh my days. I do not want my tires to go flat, boys. Something we do not want. Alright, cool. See you boys when we're at some fucking place. Alright, so today we are doing an interview with one of the most OG people that have joined the Yapix group, Yul. You guys may know him on the internet as Yul Scales now. He started his own personal brand. But we're going to be basically just diving a deep interview into, everything from how you started to how we first met to basically how he became successful with match betting and how we taught him all this. So I'm going to ask him a few questions, but first things first is just going to be, how do you know me and how did you come across match betting in general and me as a whole?
I would say I first came across your Instagram back in 2024. I was in a state where I was like trying to get as much money as possible, just trying to make it really. And then I'm seeing you pull around all this cash, get an M4, this and that. Then I'm like, bro, there's no way this is a scam. I need to lock in. What's going on? And I was at the time, I just couldn't get a job. It was so hard to get a job. So I was just unemployed, just living off minimal income. So then I joined, I took that risk, I took that first step. And then I started learning about AI sports. Started learning about the whole space on how you can actually profit from betting like mathematically and not actually gambling. And from there, as I was like growing my knowledge in the space, I was also trying to communicate out. Like I was trying to not just live in the shadows, ask questions, make my presence known, which made me, I was able to talk to you, get a bit more closer with you, etc. And then as I grew my knowledge of sports betting, I then was able to get good at NBA, AFL, all of these sports, and then that's when I reached out to you, and then you gave me that chance, and then I started punting for you, and then from there, like, rest is history, bro. Just scaling the amount of money being made each month, and how this genuinely works, and it's pretty much changed the whole trajectory of my life. Really, I'll keep it a buck. I went from making 100 a month to like 15K plus consistently each month, and that's just in a year, which is crazy. I'm almost 2 years now, but yeah.
So I also wanted to ask, like, before you did meet me though, were you skeptical at all? Because, like, obviously, like, let's not be dumb here. Like, everyone that watches stuff online, there's a lot of scammers out there. Were you skeptical? Did you think it was a scam? What was your thought process about, like, what I did and where you went from there?
Funny enough, before I actually took my first step, I spent like almost 6 months just following like how the group performed. Because obviously, when someone joins, if it's a scam, then they'll end up leaving, right?
Yeah.
I just, every single time you kept on posting like how big the group is getting, I would keep track on how many members stay inside the group. So after a certain amount of time, like, there's no way this isn't working.
So you were watching from the shadows.
Yeah, I was watching from the shadows. I'm like, okay, there's no way this doesn't work, because if it was working, then there'll be a decrease in members, obviously.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And also, like, my knowledge to gambling, or like to sports betting space, all this and that, was like, I would never do that, never gamble, never do this. That's just not me. Like, I'm a Christian guy. That's just not what I do. So then there's like, I don't like this. I was very like wishy-washy about it. And then I took that first step and understood that it's not gambling, but actually mathematically betting with an edge, making sure that you calculate every single step that you take in the space. Yeah, using promotions, making sure that you take bets that are actually priced at a good market for you to, take that bet. And after going through all of that, I was able to tell that, hey, this actually does work. This is not a scam. You just got to put on the work on your side.
Yeah.
Don't expect it to just be handed to you, Yeah.
Now, the next thing is, what can you give to the people watching this, sort of the mindset to have and what they should have when they do start doing match betting, or if they're interested in it, why it's so good compared to sports betting, and the difference, I guess.
With sports betting, right, and match betting, the complete difference is that with sports betting, you think like this is going to happen. You're trying to predict the future. Yeah. And we all know you cannot predict the future. Yeah. We do not have that power. But what you can control is what system you're going to use to profit. For example, like a big factor in match betting is your risk management of your bankroll. Mm-hmm. If you're placing a certain amount of percentages and managing your bankroll so that you don't lose all your money, you're able to follow the structure to a point where you can almost guarantee your profit. For example, like for sports bettor, you can pick like LeBron James getting 20 points, whatever, at like whatever the odds the bookies give you or the Sportbet app give you. And just from you thinking that he's going to hit that, you're going to choose that bet. But from a match bettor's perspective, you don't look at it from how likely they're going to hit that bet. You look at it from the numbers perspective. Mm-hmm. If you look at it, you can tell which markets have greater EV. EV is the expected value. Comparing all the markets and using that mathematical edge, you can legit guarantee yourself profit in a long term if you apply your risk management, all your promotions, all of this. And legit, like, it's just so much more... so much more better and more efficient than sports betting. Because sports betting just sets you up to lose.
Honestly, that's what I say to everyone that also that sees match betting as sports betting. It's completely different. It's like if you go to a roulette table and you keep, doing the same stake over and over again, say $50 every single time. It doesn't matter how long you do it. You will eventually, if you walk in with, let's say, $100,000, you keep betting $50 infinite amount of times, you will eventually lose. That number will go to zero because they have an edge over you. And that's what you were trying to say. That is literally what match betting is. We have an edge over the bookies because of the promotions that we have, because we compare all the prices in the markets. Let's say if there was let's say there's like 100 markets in Australia. There's like 125 betting apps, I'm pretty sure, total. So if we compare all of them, which is what we do, and then we find, let's say the same bet, let's say LeBron James over what, 20 points. Let's say that LeBron James over 20 points, they're paying two times odds. Every single market is paying 2 times odds. But then let's say Sportsbet is paying 3 times odds. Well, then Sportsbet has mispriced their bets, and that's where we take the advantage. We get that extra odds, that one odds difference, which makes a huge difference over time, and we take that advantage and we apply it. And that's why over time, if you pick enough of those bets that are mispriced and you add promotions, and blah, 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 all these things that we add on, you will have an edge over the bookies. And that's why over, how long has this group been going on for? I think 2-3 years now. Yeah. Over, I think 12,000 bets total that we placed, and we have cashed out 20% ROI every single bet on average. So that means if you join the group, and this is like, if you invested in crypto, day trade, whatever the hell it is, you're looking at 3% like yields every year. With match betting, you're looking at 20% at minimum on average, right? And that's not to mention the amount of money you can make from when you first start, when you sign up to bookies, and you can make upwards of like, what, 1,500 in Yowpic's main circle, and then $5,000 from inner circle, just from signing up to bookies. So we're kind of getting a bit off track here, but the point is match betting is not sports betting. It's calculated, proven system that has been around for years. And I find it so funny when people call us like scammers, because it's like, it's been around for years. So yeah. What does a normal day look like for you now as a match bettor? You don't have a job, you don't have anyone telling you what to do. Like, what do you be doing on your day to day besides fucking taking your girl out to 5-star restaurants, bro?
All right, I love this question. Because like ever since I graduated high school, right? High school's the biggest thing holding me back, because I had to wake up this hour, leave school at this hour, this and that. Yeah. That was controlling my time. But now that I'm in uni, just living a more freer lifestyle. Legit, I wake up whenever I want, eat whenever I want, work whenever I want, and legit just take out my family, go out whenever I want. You look like one of the biggest blessings is going out and taking my girl out for dinner on a Wednesday night when people are sleeping in.
I love going out on weekdays.
On weekday, especially in this city, Perth. When everyone is asleep, and you legit have the whole restaurant to yourself. I love it. It's so nice. And this sense of freedom, it's not even about like the money I'm making. It's about the freedom I'm getting. Yeah. The freedom I'm getting, the freedom to take my mom out to Nobu after everything she's done for me. The freedom of taking my girl out. The freedom of giving back. How
much money did you make last month match betting? So right now we are just in the start of April. So last month was March. You don't have to say exactly. You can give me a rough figure, but...
Funny enough, the best time for match betting is actually in March. And because... Why is that? Tell them why that is. I'll tell you why. So in Australia, we have 2 major leagues that the bookies love to offer promotions for, and that is AFL and NRL. And they both started last month. Now, because they started last month, the bookies started pushing out hella promotions, getting free, like any game, bonus back promotions every single weekend. All of these promotions, that's what made me a load of money last month, and I was pushing around almost $22,000.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen.
That was like almost one of the biggest months of my whole like time doing match betting.
I think a lot of people also, because what they're going to be imagining now, watching this, is going to be like, well, how is that even possible? You'll probably get banned. You know, like I've hit bigger bets than that. If like I've hit bigger bets and I got banned before, I've got limited. Well, the thing is, and you will explain this as well further, Yu is using multiple account sets. He's using multiple accounts. He's literally like, bro, he puts hours of his day just betting. So you guys have to understand, it's not like he's just betting 2 bets, $10,000 stake, and he's won twice. No. He's bet every single day. On NRL, we have Thursday to Sunday, and then AFL. Remind me what days are? It's like the weekends.
Yeah, all week. The same days. So it's Thursday to Sunday.
Yeah. So all of that, right? He manages he's the main AFL punter in the group. We have someone else managing NRL right now, but main AFL punter, plus we have also horses on the weekend, which is your one. So he's running all these different sports and races, and he's running multiple account sets. So he's got Bet365 accounts, Sportsbet accounts, Tab accounts, Ned's account, Ladbrokes accounts, like all these accounts. So you can see how he's been able to scale to this much money. So, okay, what would you say to people who are kind of on the edge about match betting? You know, they're kind of like in your situation of when you were like, you know, not even having a job, but you also don't have that much money to start. What would you say to people, like even advice-wise? Because obviously now you've gone from that to making $22,000 in a month. What would you say?
I'll say the first thing that you should consider is that now we're telling you that this thing works. Don't just take off our word. Read into it yourself. Learn for yourself. If you don't have the capital to start putting in the actual work, even if you don't have a single dollar to put in, just learn. Try to understand the skill for yourself and logically try and figure out that this thing actually works. Because once you take away the idea of this is a scam and stop being all skeptical and actually put work into like writing out the terms and like because we may be saying different terms like bookies, this and that. These are all like sport betting terms that are out there. And this this is all in that space. So learn about it. Just like going to uni, just like going to school, just like learning a skill. Go and learn that skill for yourself, which is why we have legit so much educational content in the group. We have group calls, we have one-on-one help also. So in that free week trial, abuse it to the max. Every single day in that free week, you can go through the free money guide to legit pay the group for itself, or you can actually put in the work and just learn the skill.
What would you say to people that have tried, joined our group, and then didn't work for them? What do you think the reason is that it didn't work for them? Do you think it's because we were a scam? Do you think it's because they didn't put in the work? Like, what do you think?
So the biggest issue is that some people that come with the expectation that they want to receive the money on their laps. Number one, you need to make sure you put the work in. Number two, you need to use the resources around you. First, you have all of this educational content. You got the videos, you got the guides, all of this. Second of all, you have staff members, you have mods, you have people around you. It's not just a one-on-one type of thing. It's also a whole community. The group is a community. You have questions, ask away. If you hide these questions, you're just going to get yourself lost. You're going to end up losing money. And because you start losing money, that's going to do a mental mind game shift, and then you're gonna just start looking this as a scam. And once you start looking at this skill as a scam, then your motivation isn't there. And once your motivation is gone, that's just gonna lead you into the path as, oh, this thing isn't working. I didn't get money straight away. This is a scam. And once you start with that negative mindset, then regardless, like at the end of the day, you're just going to end up being unprofitable.
I agree, and like that's exactly what I was going to say, but I knew you was going to say that. And most people that do join the group and actually stay and learn the skill of match betting properly, they all just clown react to people that join. Like today, we had someone complain because we lost on the horses, like obviously had a negative day. And a lot of people watching this are expecting us to just join the group and win every day. That is not what match betting is. Match betting is a proven way to make money over time. So that doesn't mean we're going to win today, tomorrow, or the next day. It might be on a losing streak. What it means is that you put money into this thing, it will guaranteed over time make you profit. You will never lose 100% of your money. You will never go bankrupt from this. You will always grow your capital over time, and that's what match betting is. And what a lot of people's mindset is like, I want to get rich quick. I want to join. And this is obviously as well as my fault too, because when I be posting the McLaren and the M4 content, that's why I'm trying to keep it more raw on YouTube. But when I be posting that sort of content on, Instagram, people will be watching it and they're like, oh, well, like, I want to get rich quick. And that's cool. But getting rich quick is also, and my mom says this all the time, she's like, as quick as you make the money, the quicker you make the money, the quicker you can go. And it's the truth. Like, you cannot expect to join the group and make thousands of dollars in the first day. Now, ironically, we do have a guide to make $1,000 within probably your first week of match betting through just signing up and bonuses, but that's in another whole video, another whole thing to talk about. Now, for the next question, what is your goals for the end of this year? Like, you can say your month goals next year or the end of this year. I know you're looking at buying, like an M3 soon? You're looking at buying an M3, so we'll just say, what's your goals?
All right, for this 2026 year, first of all, a personal goal for myself is to hit a $50,000 a month target, and that spans like in total, not just match betting. I want to like add match betting to that, but then I also want to look more into entrepreneur space. I want to see if I could start something for myself. Yeah, like that's what I've been trying to grow my personal brand, is to just try to grow that. And then also, try to get myself something on the side. Like I've been like I really want a G80 M3. Hopefully, God willing, I'm able to hit that target this year, which I would love. And I also want to make sure that I don't let money change who I am.
Yeah.
I want to stay humble because, again, like you said, as quick as the money comes, as quick as the money can go. And then if that's who you define yourself as, then once that money's gone, then who are you?
What would you say is the biggest difference between us and people who do sell, those courses that they charge 10K a month, 10K up front for, and all that? Like what separates us? Why should they even think about joining us over some other random bloke who's trying to sell them a course for like 10K?
That's a good question. I feel like, first off, with match betting, again, it's the most lenient type of side hustle out there. It's gonna help you build a capital. If you have big aspirations from match betting, let's say you want to start your own clothing brand, you want to start your own business, this and that. Starting all of this stuff, you need to make money, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And to make money, like, you need money, right? But with match betting, you don't need that much. You can start small and just build that bankroll. Once you just build that bankroll and build your capital for that, as you build your capital, you can now pour that into bigger things. That's the same thing I'm doing. I'm building my capital up so I can venture into new ideas. Like in the future, I want to see if I could start different brands, different businesses, this and that. And you can be experimental with it because you have a solid source of income coming from match betting. And to compare that to the course sellers out there, like who sell like cars like for $5,000, this and that, for like a trading course or drop shipping, this and that. The difference between them and us is that you don't need that much to start. We have a free trial, and then we actually show you a method on how to make guaranteed money with the free money guy through signups. And from all that, it gives more of a freedom. Freedom, and allows you to experiment with the different type of business areas and venture into many different ideas. But yeah.
So yeah, this is going to be basically the interview. That was you. And honestly, the last question is going to be, do you have any we have two. Do you have any last words for the viewers? And we're going to come back to this video in 12 months or a year's time from today. And I want you to speak to your future self. So whatever you want to say to your future self, whether you want to say goals, whether you want to, talk to him about where he should be in life.
All right. So first off, I hope that you guys have taken this intel from this video very seriously, and that, again, match betting does work. Again, you just need to take that first step. That's the most important stuff. If you want to make it in this life, if you don't want to, continue working a job or be, trapped by the government, you need to make sure you take that first step, that first risk. But something to tell myself a year from now, wow, I hope that I've set the targets that I've set for myself this year, and I've prayed that I'm I'm going for greater things. I don't stop there. I go even greater than that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Then I also pray that I've reached a stage where I'm able to just nurture and just teach as many people as possible, and try to give back as much as possible. And then also, I pray that I'm also aspiring for a supercar. I was thinking about time.
Damn, that's a big purchase, bro. Yeah. Anyways, with that being said, we will catch you in the next one. This is how you was able to make $22,000 match betting last month. We might recap this next month. I don't know. We'll see. But hope you boys enjoyed, and I hope this opened your mindset onto what match betting really can do for someone and how it really works and why it's really not a waste of your time if you put the effort in. Now, with that being said, thank you boys for watching. If you want more content like this, subscribe. See you boys in the next one.